Sir, you're mute.
Good morning, students. Welcome to the online session organized by Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation. Today is 25th Feb. I am your host teacher for the day. We are going to learn civics. This is an extended session for the topic which we were discussing yesterday. The topic is chapter number 5, District Administration Part 2. Let's recall our previous knowledge. Yes, in yesterday's session, we were discussing about the district administration. Among them, we discussed about the district collector and the functioning of district collector. We also got information about the associate officers who help the district collector. Then we learned about the chief of the district police. We understood the working of the police department with the help of the positions who are working to provide safety to the people. And in today's session, we are going to discuss about the district courts. But let us recall what we learned yesterday. So the first point we learned yesterday was about the district collector. Who is going to read the first point for me? Yes, Ria. Ria More, please read. Ria More. Ria More, Shruti, Kirti. Anyone can unmute.
The district collector is the head of district administration. He is appointed by the state government.
Correct. The first point we discussed yesterday was we understood that the district collector is the head of the district administration, and he is appointed by the state government. The second point, he has to perform many functions from collecting agricultural tax and maintaining law and order.
In district.
The third point, to provide relief in case of droughts and scarcity of water. Whenever there is drought situation, he provides fodder to the animals. The next point, to ensure smooth conduction of the elections. Whenever there are elections in any district, in any state or any district, the responsibility of the elections of the district is handed over to the district collector, and he is whole and sole responsible to maintain the smooth running of the elections over there. The next point, to take quick decisions during the time of the disaster and prevent or minimize the damage. Whenever there is disaster, a natural disaster like earthquake, floods, or anything like that, or man-made disasters like fire or collapse of the buildings over there. At that time, the district collector takes all the authority in his hand, and he tries to minimize or prevent the disaster over there. And the main function is to maintain social harmony in the district. If there are disputes among the people living in the district collector interprets in between them and solves the problem with people over there. Means, in short, the district collector is the whole and sole, the boss of the district. And the general information I gave you that this post is through exams, UPSC exams, Union Public Service Commission, which every student can give after completing the graduation. And we can also be a district collector, that is IAS cadre, Indian Administrative Services. That was the extra information I shared. Then we learned about the structure of the revenue administration. Means the main function of the collector is collecting the revenue, collecting the taxes, also maintaining law and order. So which are the officers associated to district collector? We learned yesterday. The district collector is the head. Below the district collector, there are deputy district collector. They are the divisional heads, means there are various divisions under district collector. So deputy district collector is the divisional head. Below the Shruti, you can mute your mic, please. Whoever has unmuted their mics, please mute them. Then after that, we learned that Tahsildar is the head of the taluka. In every district, there are many talukas. From the map of Maharashtra, we got to know that there are 34 districts, and each and every district have a certain number of talukas over there. So who is the head of the taluka? The Tahsildar is the head of the taluka. And below Tahsildar, there are many talatis who maintain the village account and collect the revenues from the villages. And at every village level, there is police patil. And the function of the police patil is to write the birth and the death register and to care the unclaimed properties in the village. Also, some cartoon images were displayed for you to understand. This was all about district collector. After the district collector, we discussed about the chief of the district police. The two logos shown here were discussed, and the first logo is related to the central government police cadre who are appointed, the police officers who are appointed through the UPSC exams. And the second logo, this is the Maharashtra police, this is state cadre logo, the officers who are appointed by taking the exams through state government under the supervision of the state government, that is MPSC for Maharashtra Public Service Commission exam. So who is the head of the district? He is the superintendent of police, and he is at the headquarters of the district, and he is also termed as the IPS officer. He is selected through UPSC exams, Union Public Service Commission exams, and he is an IPS. Then below him, he helps the district collector to maintain peace and order in the district. The function of the superintendent of police is to help the district collector to maintain peace and order in the district, maintain law and order. In the city, the police commissioner is responsible. Means in cities, the superintendent of police is termed as the police commissioner, and he is responsible to maintain law and order. Then we discussed about different positions below the superintendent of police. Means the superintendent of police is the head of the district. Below him, the deputy superintendent of police is there to help him out. And there are various departments in police department. Police department, as we termed, is the police, but there are various departments who deal with some deal with the civil cases, some deal with the criminal cases. So different departments have different police inspectors over there. And at every police station in the local area, there are police sub-inspectors who come directly in contact with the local public for the investigations. Means these are the main 4 positions. There are many positions in between, but these are the important positions: superintendent of police, deputy superintendent of police, inspector, police sub-inspector. All these posts are recruited by the government by taking exams. We all students, if we dream to become police in further life, we can also give these exams, and we can also become the superintendent of police, deputy superintendent of police, or police inspector, or police sub-inspector. For this, there are UPSC and MPSC exams after completing the graduation. So this was we learned yesterday. Now we are going to learn about the district courts. First of all, the word court. This word itself describes that this is related to justice. If in society, an individual or a group of people find it that there is an injustice on them, so they approach court to get the justice. See the next slide. The picture, what you can see here, is resembling the atmosphere of the court. Means how is the court run? At the front, there is a judge and a black coat person, that is a lawyer, is discussing some cases been running, and one person is been standing, and some people are there to take the notations of whatever is being discussed in the court. So this is what the atmosphere of the court is. So let us see what is that. The court at the district level is known as the district court. At the district level, there is a court, which is the district court. The district court has a chief district judge and some of the other judges. Means at every district, there is a district court, and at the district court, there is a chief district judge. And along with him, there are some other judges also. Their main function is to hear the various cases in the district and deliver the judgment. The main function of the judge is what? To hear the various cases. Whatever interpretations the lawyers discuss in the court used to hear all the things from the lawyers. Means there are two parties. One party who had signed the case, and other parties who is means on whom the case has been signed. So in our democratic nation, the judiciary is very much open to all, and everyone can put up their points. That the person who find himself victim can hire a lawyer, and he can put up the points how he has become a victim. And the other person who thinks that he has not done any injustice, he also gets the right to put up his point, that why he is right and what the other party is saying is wrong. So both of them put up their points in front of the court, and the judge in the court hears all the cases, and after hearing the cases, the judge make the judgments, so that if someone is victim, he can get the justice, and if someone is have not done any mistake, so he could be live from the he can be left from whatever claims are being made from on him. One can appeal against the judgment of the taluka court in the district court. See, this district court is the highest court at the district level. But when a certain individual wants justice, he first approaches the taluka court. He doesn't go to the district court directly. The case is filed at taluka court, and at taluka court, the case is being discussed. The taluka court judge gives the decision. If someone finds that the decision is wrong and I want to challenge it, so then the next step, the case goes to the district court. Let us see the functioning of the district court now. The court at the district level is known as the district court. The district court has the chief district judge and some other judges that we saw in the first slide also. Now, here we are going to see how the district court is of two types. The district court, there are two types of courts running under the district court. First is the civil judge, means the civil court. What is the civil court? Here in the civil court, there are the civil cases run. What are the civil cases? Civil cases means if two people have quarreled, or there is a dispute about a land or a property. Okay, these cases are discussed at civil court. If there are disputes between the families, there are domestic violence courts, etc., etc. Certain courts are the civil courts. Then the second type of court is the session court. Under this session court, there are magistrate first grade and magistrate second grade. And what is session court deals with? session court deals with the criminal cases. Criminal cases like if there is a theft, if there is a cases like murders, these cases are being discussed, or the judgment have been passed at the session courts. So there are two different courts, that is under the district court, that is a civil court and session court. Civil court has civil judge and session court has session judge. And we understood that there is a chief district judge at the district level. So what is the function of the chief district judge? He is the head of the court at the district level. This district court judges, they are also appointed through the exams. One have to complete LLB. When you graduate, you take LLB. Then after completing LLB, there are the exams. Through these exams, if you don't want to become a lawyer, if you want to become a judge, there are the exams. You can give the exams and you can also become the judge. So this is also one position, this career a student can opt in his life and become a judge. Now, till this slide, we got the information about the district administration, the district collector, the chief of the police at the district level, and here we discuss about the court, the district court. That is, the two courts are there, civil court and session court. Civil court deals with the civil cases and session court deals with the criminal cases. And the chief district judge is there at the district level. Now, the main point here is disaster management, which we discussed. Means the administration, mainly the administration of the district looks after the problems faced by the people at the in that district. So the major problem, the major calamity which can happen is the disaster. Disaster can happen, and during the disaster, we as common citizen find it very helpless, and the district administration then take their decisions and take the common people out of the disaster. That is, they need to make the disaster management. So let us see the first point. Sometimes we may have to face a calamity. It could be a natural, like flood, fire, a cloudburst, cyclone, earthquake, landslide, or problems like riots, bomb blast, breaking of dam, epidemic, etc. See, sometimes we can face the calamities like floods. Floods means when there is a lot of rain, the water enters the cities, the villages, the flood situation can arise. When there is fire or cloudburst, cyclone, earthquake, landslide. I think all of you know the meaning of all these things. Fire means when there is a fire in a great extent, which burns all the buildings or all the areas or the lands, fields, that type of fire, which is a disaster, which creates a disaster. Cloudburst, sometimes during the rainy season or even between, if there is a rain, suddenly the water from the clouds fall in such a quantity that the area get devastated. Cyclones are there. Cyclone means strong winds blowing, which destroys all the area and which disturbs our life. That cyclones are there. Earthquake. Earthquake means when there is a slightly movement under the earth and which creates destruction all over. Then landslides. Sometimes it happens if the houses or the constructions are made on the mountain or high peak areas, the soil beneath it that slides down. That's landslide. Also the problems like riots. Riots means We can term it as a fight between the communities or fight between among the people in the society. At that time, there is a lot of violence is created, that riots, then bomb blast, then breaking of the dams during the rainy season at the major areas where there is a lot of rain. If the pressure of the water in the rivers increases, the dams break down. The wall made on the dams, they break down. This creates the disaster. Then epidemic. The epidemic, just like we are facing now, the pandemic we are facing now is COVID-19 situation. So this mechanism, disaster management cell, and the government appointed officers, they take the decision and they help the people to get out of the disaster or to minimize the damage. These disasters lead to the loss of the human lives and displacement of the people, besides tremendous financial loss. Therefore, the issues of rehabilitation become important. During these disasters, many of the people lose their houses. Many of the people they die. Also, the people from one place need to move to the other place in order to survive, and there are tremendous financial losses. There are tremendous financial losses, like some people their houses are being destroyed. During the earthquake, we find it that when the buildings fall down, the people lose their houses. During the floods, they face the same situation. Therefore, the issue of rehabilitation become important. People need to rehabilitate. Means when they lose their houses, the government, the officials take the decision to provide them temporary means a shelter, so that they can find it easy to survive. Then disaster management is the process which enables one to face a disaster in a scientific and organized manner. The entire machinery of the district is involved in this process. We already learned that during the disaster, the district collector have whole and sole authority in his hand to make the decisions and to rehabilitate the people. So he take the help of government machineries like the teachers, the doctors, and the folk cadre workers. All of them get in the work to help out the people of the to take them out of the disaster and to minimize their losses. Advance in technology made it possible for us to get prior information about several kinds of disasters. Now there is advancement in the technology. Certain kind of disaster, we get the prior information about that disaster. For example, the meteorological department can predict and warn us of the floods or storms. There is meteorological department. So this is a new word for you, meteorological department. Meteorological department is the department which have the record of the weather conditions of certain area. Like meteorological department of India, it has the record of all the weather conditions of our country. So regularly they publish their reports that what is happening, how much is the temperature, and if there is a situation of the calamity like cyclone or flood or heavy rain, they regularly give their reports through news channels. And this meteorological departments give prior information if there would be storm or there would be flood. So people can arrange. So the local administration, the district administration can arrange the different ways to get them out of the disaster. In Mumbai, we get to know that whenever there is heavy rain, the meteorological department give this alert that the people living at the seashores, they move away from that places. So the municipal corporation of our Mumbai, they help the people who are living near the seashores, and they migrate the people from one place to another for certain period uh, till the storm is being predicted. And when the situation comes under control, the people again move to their own places. This is the help provided by the advancement of the technology. Then seismology is the scientific study of the earthquake and volcanic eruptions and give prior alerts. Like meteorology, we learned that meteorology is the study of the weather conditions. The seismology is the study of the movements of the earth crust. When there is movement under the earth crust, this seismology department have the detailed study of that. Means a machinery is being fit over there, and at certain depth of the earth, the seismograph is being drawn. And on studying the pattern of the seismograph, the people there, they understand that whether there is a chance of earthquake in certain areas or not. And through the news channels, they give their reports. If there is the situation of earthquake is going to happen in certain days in a certain district, they give the report through the news channels, and they also submit their report to the district collectors of that district, so that the district collector priorly make the arrangements and alert the people how to minimize the damages or when to leave their houses, so that there is very minimum loss of lives and loss of properties over there. As this is a natural calamity, we can't stop it, but we can prevent our losses. We can take care of our lives. This helps us to be better prepared to face the disaster. This advanced technology is helping us out nowadays to prepare us to face the disaster. In this chapter, you should always remember that it is important to remain alert during the time of crisis. Whenever there is crisis, whenever there is disaster, whenever there is pandemic, you should always be ready. To face the disaster, one needs to help the people as well as different systems and organizations. Each and every individual should help each other. Also, we should cooperate the organizations which are working for our betterment. In order to be able to contact them urgently, one should display the contact numbers of the police, fire brigade, hospital, blood bank at the prominent places in the house. In your house, you should make the list of these important numbers, so that whenever you find it difficult, there is a crisis situation, you should have these numbers handy towards you. That tell your friends to do the same, to make a list of these important numbers and display it in your house. That is, the police department has 100. This is the helpline. Fire brigade's helpline is 101. Ambulance, you can get the ambulance in emergency by calling 102 or 108. Then disaster management cell is 108. This is the same number for ambulance as well as disaster management. Then women helpline number is there, 181 and 1091. These are the two different numbers which help the woman in the situation of crisis. Then child helpline number is there, 1098. Then if you need blood in emergency, there is blood bank helpline number 1910. This number you should have, so that you can help out yourself or the people who are suffering from some emergency situations. Now, in this chapter, there is a general information given. This information is not for your exams, but each and everyone should know this information. Why? Because some of the administrative officers are there who had made a very distinctive work, a very prominent work, so that each and every common individual should find it easy to approach the government offices and to get their work done. See, when we go to any government officers, for any of our work. We find it very difficult to find where is the department, where we have to go, what type of application we have to file over there. We find it very difficult, and we find it helpless. And certainly we leave the office and we come to our house, and then we find another people who can help us out. But there are some administrative officers who have done a very great job, and they have made the working of the government very smooth, so that a common man who approaches the government office, he can find very easy to find the place where he have to go, where he have to complete his work. So we are going to discuss about this in this slide. In Maharashtra, many officers have made serious attempts to bring about reforms in the administration. Their experiments have helped to improve the services provided to the citizens. This has helped the citizens to form a favorable opinion about the administration. As a result, their support to the administration and their participation in it has improved. See, every administration needs the support of the people. This is a general problem. As a student, you can also find it that if there is a birth of a child in your house, certain your father, your mother, or your relatives who where there is a birth of the child, they find it very difficult that where to go, where to get the birth certificate and all. But when they approach the government office, if they approach the government office nowadays, there are boards which gives the information about where to get what certificate, where to do what work, which work you have come, and which work is under which department. All the description is over there. So why this happened? This happened only because the administrative officers of certain era have taken certain revolutionary decisions. Amongst them, the first one is Lakhina pattern. What is this Lakhina pattern? In order to make the administration efficient and to increase the quality of public service available to the citizens, Sri Anil Kumar Lakhina, see, this is the name of the administrative officer, Anil Kumar Lakhina, brought about many reforms when he was a district collector of Ahmednagar. Anand Kumar Lakhina, he was the collector of Ahmednagar. He found it that people who are coming to the collector office or coming to the administrative office, they find it difficult to deal with the people over there. So the people should get it very easy. So Anand Kumar Lakhina made a reform, made a revolutionary work. What was that? These are known as Lakhina pattern. Standardization of the work procedure, stating rules in simple language. Whatever rules are there for administrative office, they will be displayed in front of the office on a big board. And these rules will be written in simple language, which could be understood by the people. Where the administration change he introduced, he also started the single window system, so that jobs that people come to do could be completed under one roof. Single window system. See, when I was a young child, I found it that when I used to go to a certain government office for certain work, I have to put a file on one table. Then on that table, certain queries will be there. Then the file would go to the next table. Then the file will go to the third table. Like that, the common people used to go to 2 to 3 tables at a time. But Anand Kumar Lakhina, he made a revolutionary work of single window system. Means if a common man goes to the government office for his certain work, he will go to a single window and his file will be dealt on the same window. The people, the administrative people who are sitting in, who are going to deal with the file, they will arrange the different procedures inside, and the common man who has visited the government office for his work will find it easy that his work will be completed at the single window. Then the second is Dalvi pattern. The administrative reform implemented by Sri Chandrakant Dalvi when he was the district collector of Pune district, is known as the district pattern. Sri Chandrakant Dalvi, he is also an IAS officer. When he was the collector of Pune, he implemented some reforms. What were there? The objective of the reform was to speed up the decision making by ensuring that the files were not allowed to stack up and that they were dealt with on the same day that they were received. See, this was also a problem faced certain years before. When we go to a certain government office, we take our file to the office. The clerks or the people working over there, they used to stack the file on one another. And they used to tell that come after 10 days, come after 20 days, your file is not ready. When we again visit after 10 days, they used to say that your file is not ready now. There is a lot of work with us. But Chandrakant Dalvi make a reformed work that he make clear decisions that whatever file will be received on the day, that file will be processed on the same day. Whatever queries are there, whatever permissions have to be granted, that will be granted on the same day. No pending work will be kept. This pattern is known as the zero pendency pattern. It helped in bringing efficiency and speed into administrative work. See, a common man, when he visits the government office, he again find the same problem, that when first day when he go, he put the file. Then the people there at the office tell that come after 5 days. Then again after 5 days when we visit the office, they again tell that your file is not under process, you come after 5 days. In this way, the common man get harassed by visiting the government office. But Chandrakant Dalvi made a reformed work that the file which will be received will be dealt on the same day. Whatever queries will be there will be dealt on the same way. And if the permissions are being granted, if the certificates should be given, they will be given on the same day. This was also a good initiative taken by IAS officer Sri Chandrakant Dalvi when he was the collector of Pune district. And the last is the Chahande pattern. See, this Chahande pattern. What is this Chahande pattern? When Dr. Sanjay Chahande was the divisional commissioner of Nasik, he implemented certain reforms which are now known as Chahande pattern. In order to reduce the gap between the people and the administration, to increase the accountability of the administration towards the people, and to prioritize the development work through people's participation, he implemented the Gramastha Din, Villagers Day scheme. This is the appointed day when the administrative officials and the staff visit a village and establish a dialogue with the people to understand their problems and help to solve them. See, this Dr. Sanjay Chahande, when he was the divisional commissioner of Nasik, he found that the people from the rural area, when they have some work for the district administration, when they come to the district place, they find it difficult. There are some problems related to the people working in the district administration. So he organized the Gramastha Din. He told his official that we should organize the Gramastha Din so that the people from the administrative officials, they will visit the villages and they will directly talk to the people that when they come to the district place, what problems they face over there, in which department, what type of file is pending over there, what help they need from the officials. They make a direct contact with the people. See what happens when we have a direct contact with the higher authority understands what problems the people are facing, and they can make proper decisions, firm decisions, or they can also give the directions to the working staff so that the pending work will be sorted out and people find it difficult. People find it easy to deal with the district administrative work. So in this way, the people can also come to cooperate the district administration so that the district can progress and the law and order can be maintained very easily at the district level. So I think all of you have understood about the district court in today's session. there are two types of district courts that deals with the civil cases and the session cases. The session court with criminal cases. In yesterday's session, we discussed about the district collector, the chief of the district police. I know that most of my students over here, you all have dreamt about becoming a administrative officer or becoming a police. So certain things are clear in front of you. If you want to become a part of the district administration, you can also become a part. If you want to become a judge in your life, you can also become a judge just by giving the competitive exam. For giving this exam, your general knowledge should be very much strong. You should have general knowledge about your society, about your texts, whatever you are studying. That should be formed in your minds, so that whenever you approach such exams, you will find it easy, and you can also become a part of the district administration, and you can help our country to progress. So thank you for the day. I hope you enjoyed both of these sessions, and most of your doubts have been cleared. However, if you have any doubts, you can ask your teachers, or you can ask personally to me also. I'm always there to help you out. Thank you. Have a nice day.